Hashtag #MeToo proves globalization is ultimately a force for good. Sexual harassment is borderless. It has no state nor any country. They are happening every day, and mostly women are the victim of the sexual harassment. According to Rape, Abuse, and Incest Network (RAIN), 1 out of 6 women in America has experienced sexual abuse in their lifetime. In 2006, an African American woman, Tarana Burke, posted on social media targeting women who were sexually abused/harassed to write hashtag #MeToo in their social media and to post it to raise their voices. Hashtag #MeToo transcended international borders in only a few days. Tarana Burke aimed to empower women who had endured sexual violence by letting them know that they were not alone, that other women around the world had also suffered the same experience. Not only the women around the world posted, but many famous movie actresses, such as influencers, such as Anna Thurman, Jennifer Lawrence, Ashley Judd, Gwyneth Paltrow also posted hashtag #MeToo in their social media profile to raise their voices publicly by spreading awareness. Later in October 2017, actress Alyssa Milano used Twitter to share her experience of sexual abuse by using the phrase tweeting hashtag #MeToo. She encouraged other survivors of sexual abuse and sexual harassment to share their stories. In response, the hashtag #MeToo was circulated on Twitter 1.7 million times in 85 countries around the world. Hashtag #MeToo created an interconnectedness through social media for the women around the world who were sexually harassed and abused. The movement was an act for good and to bring changes to our global society. The hashtag #MeToo movement proves the world that globalization is ultimately a force for good. Without globalization, no one would have been able to raise their voices about their story of sexual harassment and sexual abuse. The individuals who would not be able to share their sexual harassment story if globalization did not happen would have silently be suffering from inside, which they are not being able to tell. Example of this could be depression, suicidal thoughts, self-harming, and etc. Globalization happens only for a good cause. Globalization made communication from one country to another available. Individuals are able to communicate with each other with globalization happening. The movement created a big change to the society. It was globally recognized and one of the most discussed movements in the history. While hashtag #MeToo raised awareness for good, there were also some negative impact about this campaign and movement. There were also many false accusations about other individuals sexually abusing their partner. Many reputations were ruined and tarnished because of the movement. It also caused workplace relationship to weaken. Women working in the workplace now gets afraid of their male colleagues after the hashtag #MeToo movement, thinking they may do something to them since most of the sexual harassment and abuse has been reported in workplaces. Backlashes of the victim who was sexually harassed may be traumatized, being exposed to the movement, relating to their personal experiences about sexual abuse. The movement also caused gender tensions amongst men and women. The movement made men feel like the target of hashtag #MeToo movement. This depicts men outraged at the movement. Outraged after the movement. In conclusion, the hashtag #MeToo movement was a force for good. It helped many women around the world to raise their voices and free themselves from the darkness of not being able to share their experience. This was only because and only possible for globalization. Globalization caused the women who posted hashtag #MeToo to be interconnected in a global scale. While there were few negative impacts on the movement, on how men were mostly targeted in the movement, it was a force for good. Many women around the world was able to post hashtag #MeToo to raise their voice globally. Thank you.